Why does life move faster when we age? Ever notice how the journey from kindergarten to 5th grade feels like an eternity, while the leap from middle school to graduation seems to fly by? Let's explore why time appears to warp as we move through the different stages of education. Well, it's because when we grow up, our brain is processing more information, and whenever there's a repeated sequence of information, our brains automatically skip this train of thought. This is why our perception of time begins to shift. When we learn new experiences, time begins to move slower, and this is why it's important to learn new skills, because when we don't learn, time starts slipping through our hands. By seeking new knowledge and experiences, we can enrich our lives and also become in control with how we utilize time. Have you ever had this moment where you're hanging out with your friends and just like that, the whole day has passed and you have thought to yourself, wow, I'm amazed, 1 hour has passed? Or even those fun moments in high school or even college where everything was so new and every second you were talking with your friends about a conversation you didn't realize how much hours had passed by. Or even you had a really fun class with every moment in that class felt like 30 minutes even though it was a normal class period and this was 90 minutes. This moment is really interesting because it's a collage of multiple factors going on. Our perception of time is influenced by social dynamics, emotional engagement, and cognitive processes. And you might be wondering to yourself, what does that mean? So when we're with our friends, most of the time we enter the flow state, where we lose track of time. Our focus is directed outwards towards the external surroundings, and when our brain focuses on this is where we stop monitoring our own internal needs and in turn leading to a sense of time dilation where hours felt like seconds. Whenever we are in these social environments, friends can influence our perception through relative time. And this is really important to note because whenever we feel comfortable, the saying, time flies when you are having fun. Whenever you are met in different social contexts, psychological time plays a major role in shaping our perception of time. Have you ever noticed that when you're at work, every second seems to drag on and you're just waiting for the work to end? Joy and happiness can make our day end quickly. Boredom and anxiety can make our day warp, and it seems like an eternity. It really comes down to what emotion do you want to experience in this social environment. I often see that adults are always wondering why time seems to be going so much faster than kids. And what I found out was really interesting. Relative to our age, let's say a year represents 1/10 of a 10-year-old, but it would only be 1/50th of a 50-year-old. What this means is that every year that we age compared to our lifespan, our own perception of time is speeding up. As we age, we begin to predict what will happen based on what happened before. This makes us settle into more predictable routines. But have you noticed that the feeling whenever you were younger, you didn't know what could happen? From meeting your friends for the very first time to starting high school, time felt so much slower. But as we age, we can't relive that moment again because our brains have already distinguished what it is for what it is. As we age, another key distinction is our brain slows down how much information it processes, making time appear faster. Because our brains slow down over time, we begin to have a heightened focus for specific tasks, making the person tunnel vision with less attention to what is going on around them, making time appear moving faster. So if you are experiencing difficulties with time moving fast, don't worry because all you have to do is incorporate new experience. It could be making a new project that you have been putting to the side. It could be making a new site with JavaScript and HTML, exercising more, doing more arms, legs, workout routines, or even photography. Anything that is new will make time appear slower. We all know that we age and there's nothing we could do to prevent it, but the way we can control time in order to make something either last longer or shorter can. From the relative perception of time to changes in cognitive processes and how routines affect our behavior about time, Our perception on time changes as we progress through life. By gaining insight into understanding how time works and how it will affect us when we age, we can appreciate the value of living and how to make the most of every moment that comes our way, for better or for worse, regardless of how quickly time will pass. When we seek new experiences, having a clear state of mind and having positive connections, we can almost control how much time we can allow to pass.